Oh, what's going on, guys? Because you're back again on another MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty video. This one is going to be kind of in response to a video that I did do about a month ago, maybe quite a few weeks ago. That was, of course, about the team affinities. If you want the full video right there, it will be in the top right-hand corner. The video did really well. A lot of you guys really seemed to like it, but I still had a lot of questions and comments about it. They still were unsure about some things, so I wanted to go ahead and clarify that in this video. So basically, team affinities are kind of team epics revamped from the last few years. Of course, in MLB The Show 16, team epics were actually really good, or I guess they weren't so much team epics, but basically they were tied into conquest. You would embody the stronghold and then you would do innings. Then in 17 they got a little bit worse, and then 18 they released rock bottom when the rewards were bad and the grind was ridiculous for them. But now we finally got to a pretty good system where you have a couple of different things that you can do. So first of all, the way that, you know, they kind of suggest, or the way that it sounded like they wanted you to get these originally, was playing March to October, which of course is their new like simulated franchise mode where you play in like sparingly games and you try to win the World Series with your favorite team or whatever team you do want to win with. And if you win on Hall of Fame or above, you do get that 50 program stars or 50 program tiers for that team, and then you will get the diamond player for whatever team you are talking about. But the problem with that is I've heard it is about a 12-hour grind for March to October. Pretty long, if I do say so myself. So I did find something that is going to take you a lot less time, but it is going to cost you a few stubs. Pretty much for any team, you're going to look for about 2 hours of grinding, and it is going to be about 10 to 15k worth of stubs, which is not bad at all considering some of the rewards. For example, I will show like Jose Reyes right here. I'll just quickly show his stats: 78, 99 contact, 97 speed, 82 fielding, 83 arm strength, gold hitting, diamond fielding. He is really good. Jay Buhner is another one for the Seattle Mariners right here: 97 arm, 82 fielding, double diamond, 92 104 power. Really beastly. I actually did make a video on the best team affinities to do that. Will also be in the top right hand corner. I recommend that you guys watch that video. But of course, you know, 2 hours of grinding and about 10 to 15k is not bad at all for these teams. So that is what I said in my last video, but there is a few things that I do want to clarify quickly. So the first thing is, a lot of people were saying, how can it be 10 to 15k? They were just really wondering on this side right here. They wonder, do you have to, if you do this bottom collection right here, the bottom exchange, the 10,000 or 100,000 point one, do you have to do the rest of the other two? Yes, you do. So if you were concerned about that and that kind of did put you off and you weren't sure about it, that is the correct thing. It is going to be technically 190,000 exchange points that you have to do in total per team to get 45 points, and then the additional 5 points is going to come through right here. 250 innings with Tampa Bay players, that is repeatable. So technically, if you really wanted to spend no stubs, sure, you can technically not do it at all, but it's going to take you a long ass time. In that case, you might as well play March to October. But the way to do that is just fill out your team completely with that, with members of that team. So for example, if I had all Yankees on this team right here, it doesn't count for 9 innings, whereas a usual baseball game is 9 innings. What it actually does is it's 9 innings per player. So if you have 9 players, 9 innings, that is 81 innings. Times that by 3, it is 243 innings, I think, I hope. If not, roast me, I don't really care. So you're gonna have to play like an additional inning on top of that, and that's gonna be 250 innings, and that equals to 50 points for that team. For any team, that is all you have to do, and you get that diamond. You do not technically finish the team epic or the team affinity. I'm calling them team epics, but there is just like a nameplate and stubs and 4 packs along the way. But to get the actual diamond, which I think is what most people care about, that is all that you have to do. I do want to quickly say really what the best to feed into is. for each team? Because I know a lot of people were wondering that as well. It does depend a little bit per team. Some teams are going to be a little bit more expensive. For every team, however, this is how it is pretty much going to work. Let's just look at the Rays because I know them for sure. The Rays, for exchanges, you feed within teams in their division. So the Orioles, the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Blue Jays, and then their interleague rival, which would be, of course, the Miami Marlins. So for the Rays, you have to exchange players from those other teams. So let's just look at the Yankees, for example. What I would recommend that you do is max overall. I would do that at 73, and then minimum overall do a 72. So we are going to always be looking at bronze players. Now, technically, I know people have told me it's cheaper if you do commons. That is true, but I do recommend that you do bronzes because you can put in these buy orders within that 2 hours that you're grinding, and they're probably all going to be finished by then, and you can finish a team affinity or get that 50 to get the diamond within those 2 hours. If you do comments, it'll probably take you a bit longer. It's all up to you. If you are on a tight budget of stubs, go ahead and do comments, but bronzes do work fine, and that still hits within that 10 to 15k threshold that I was talking about. So of course, what you are going to want to do is put in buy orders for 72 to 73 overall bronze players. You're going to want to look at each team to see which is the cheapest. So make sure it does not matter. You can feed everybody from the Red Sox and only the Red Sox. You do not have to spread it around. So if you see the Orioles and the Yankees are more expensive than the other ones, then just go ahead and do Red Sox and put a bunch of buy orders in on Red Sox bronzes. And once you do that, you are going to go ahead and then bring them back into the team affinity and exchange them. I had somebody ask me, does it really matter which one you do first? Technically, no. I mean, if you are looking for something in specific that you do want to get a little bit sooner, I guess you can do that. So, for example, let's say I already have those five stars. I'm just gonna call them stars. I don't really care. The 5 progression, you guys know what I'm talking about. For playing the innings, then I guess if I really wanted David Price, for example, I might want to focus on getting this one done right away so I can get the gold card. If I really want to get the silver, for example, this Logan Morrison has decent power, but let's just say you really wanted the silver. He's at 10. Maybe you want to do the cheapest one as the cheapest one so you can get that as soon as possible. It's really all personal preference. It does not really matter. It is not going to be any cheaper, but always make sure to make it as little as possible. Of course, when you are exchanging, I'm just going to do this as an example. You always want to make sure that you do not have a bunch of exchange points left over, which is what I'm talking about here. 101%, that is really good. That means you're not really wasting too many exchange points, and that's what you want. You do not want to waste exchange points because exchange points is stubs, and if you are wasting those, that's just wasted stubs. If you have extra, you can sell them back, and it works just like that. And that is pretty much it. So I just wanted to clarify a few things. This is a bit of a shorter video, but I wanted to do a follow-up to my team affinities. Once again, I have my full video up in the top right hand corner along with the best team affinities that you guys should be doing, and I recommend that you guys do as well. Personally, the ones that I am still using on my team, I think it's just Jose and Trey Turner. Those are the two that are starting, and then Buhner is on my bench, but I definitely am looking to complete some more team affinities. But if you guys have any other questions, comments, anything that you guys need help on, let me know down below in the comment section. Gladly will go ahead and continue the conversation over there. But if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like down below. Hope you guys are good today. And there it goes, I'm out.
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory.